Welcome to my views and news, another video for you. First news story is about delivery of aid to Tigray. ICRC, World Food Programme, Ethiopian government all say that unfettered delivery of aid to Tigray is being ensured. Aid convoys are arriving in Tigray. Question is, which areas are receiving this aid? We have some details for you. It seems that those areas of Tigray which are under ENDF control, under Amhara control, are being preferred. How many aid trucks have arrived in central Tigray, in Mekelle? Details for you. Secondly, in Wolkait, a meeting was held, a public gathering too, where Colonel Demeke Zewdu, staunch supporter of Wolkait being part of Amhara region, addressed. He is a deputy administrator of the Zone 2, Western Tigray, Humera, Wolkait, Sagade. What did he say? Interestingly, when he was delivering a speech, he was armed with a gun. He sent a message. What did he say? Thirdly, we have a new story from the Oromia region of Ethiopia, a Woreda on Oromia-Amhara border, which has been site of clashes between OLA and Amhara militias, Amhara locals. Dawn strike was conducted on this Woreda. According to Amhara news sources, OLA carried out some attacks in this Woreda. This is Dera Oromia. Firstly, viewers, aid delivery to Tigray. Ethiopian government says that aid organizations are free to deliver aid to Tigray by air, by road, no restrictions, all roads open. But what is happening on the ground? Is aid reaching Abiadi? Is food aid arriving in Mekelle? In which areas aid convoys have arrived so far? Firstly, Ethiopian federal government in some statements in recent days confirmed delivery of aid in Shire, Aksum too, I think. Then yesterday, a WFP convoy traveled from North Gondar and destination was Mesabre under the control of ENDF and Amhara forces. Aid was delivered to Mesabre. It was originally part of Tigray before the start of the conflict in November 2020. Then today, from Kambolcha, a WFP convoy moved towards Tigray along A2 highway. It reached Alamata. Destination was Alamata, Raya zone, southern Tigray, under the control of Amhara forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force. Around 700,000 received food aid in and near Alamata today after this WFP convoy reached Alamata. Question is, why is that no aid convoys are arriving in Mekelle, Tigray's capital, in Abiadi, in areas to the north of Mekelle, in Adagrat, in Idaga Hamas, in Atsabi, the areas under TDF control, under Tigray control? Why is that all aid delivery is to those areas of Tigray which are under the control of Amhara forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force? Yesterday, 2 aid trucks arrived in Mekelle by ICRC. And the aid trucks were carrying medicines and other medical supplies. Food aid is being delivered to the border areas of Tigray, which are under the control of ENDF and Amhara forces. Unfettered delivery of aid to Tigray so far is yet to happen. Those who are in border area, they're easily accessible aid organizations should enter central Tigray. They should enter areas to the east of Mekelle, northern Afar. But no considerable progress has been seen so far on the ground. Secondly, was Colonel Demeke Zewdu spoke in Wolkait, Humera Saged zone yesterday. Colonel Demeke Zewdu and some other officials of the local government held a meeting with participation of local forces and local population. And when Colonel Demeke Zewdu delivered a speech, he was armed. And he said that this weapon will not be downed and struggle is not over. He said people of Wolkait want they want to remain part of Amhara region. Begimeder Amhara is their identity and they'll fight for this identity. Struggle is not over. Development will start after the struggle, after the completion of the struggle. So he said to the people that they should be ready. They shouldn't be relaxed that the struggle has come to a close, that Wolkait is now a settled issue. So in a way, he urged the people, the locals, the forces, that they should be alert against any decision regarding change to the control of the zone, which is now under the control of ENDF and Amhara forces. So coming days are very crucial, viewers. Colonel Demeke Zewdu is a staunch proponent of this zone being part of the Amhara region. If it is decided that Amhara forces, Amhara militia members should withdraw from Wolkait and especially from Wolkait, it could lead to serious backlash. I remember when Ethiopian government announced truce in March this year. After that, Amhara militias were told to withdraw from Wolkait. Back then, Colonel Demeke Zewdu had issued a statement urging all the people of Amhara region to stand to support the struggle of Colonel Demeke Zewdu and his associates. So we could see a similar backlash if Ethiopian government decided to withdraw Amhara forces, Amhara militias from Wolkait. Wolkait is still a hot issue. It has not been resolved so far. That is why Colonel Demeke Zewdu delivered a speech there and he said struggle is continuing. Thirdly, viewers, Dera Oromia of the Oromia region, where it's part of Oromia, but it shares border with Amhara region. Large number of ethnic Amharas live in Dera Oromia, and we have seen several incidents in the past involving clashes between Amhara forces, Amhara militias, Amhara locals, and Oromo militias, OLA as well. For the last 2 days, we have been receiving reports about OLA's entry in Dera. Dera is in North Shore zone of the Oromia region. And there, Amhara news sources are sharing some names of locals who have been allegedly killed and wounded in OLA's attack on this town. OLA denies killing civilians. Meanwhile, yesterday, reportedly, a drone strike was conducted on OLA positions in Dera, and more than a dozen people were killed and injured in the drone strike. Drone strikes are now being conducted on daily basis, almost on daily basis in Oromia. Dera was hit. Before that, we know that Wolkait was hit. And some other places too. Ethiopian Air Force is using its drones and fighter jets against OLA targets in Oromia. And civilians are dying too, because we know that when ENDF, Ethiopian Air Force, was hitting targets in Tigray, yes, targets were related to TDF, but civilians died too. Same is happening in Oromia. Clashes in Dera between Amhara and Oromo militias is a long-standing issue between the two regions, Oromia and Amhara. I think once and for all, the two regions should resolve this border issue. Border issues are the basis of conflicts in Ethiopia. Border conflicts between Oromia and Amhara, Amhara and BG, Oromia and Somali region, Tigray and Afar, Tigray and Amhara. You see, all over Ethiopia, there are these border issues between regions. National dialogue was launched with the hope that these issues will be resolved, because these issues are at the center of deadly clashes. So if Ethiopian government, Ethiopian people want peace, they must have to resolve these border issues. Otherwise, militias, people, civilians, they'll keep on suffering like they are suffering in Oromia, Amhara border areas. Thank you for watching.